Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through my physical TBR, which I have all of them on these two shelves right here. So I've got them in categories. So we're going to start out with up here, and this is my classics categories. First we have Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. And then we have Emma by Jane Austen. I tried to read this before and hated it. I'm determined to try it again though, because a lot of people tell me they love it, so I'm gonna try it again. And next we have Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Classic, right? This is the classic category. Duh. We have another Charles Dickens, Oliver Twist. I really need to read Charles Dickens because, you know. Oliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. And Henry V by Shakespeare. I hate Shakespeare. But I'm going to try to read some of his plays. Most of his stuff that I've read have been kind of like spoofs of it because I don't like his writing. And next we have The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Lyrics. So, yes. Also a big theater buff, but I've never actually seen that musical, so. And next we have Classic Tales of Horror by Edgar Allan Poe. I've also tried to read this like twice over the span of the past few years, like in October, and I think last time I got like halfway through and I can't remember where it was. And I only remember like liking one of these, but I will finish this book. Hopefully this year. We will see. My pile over here is about to fall. Next book I have is Picnic at Hanging Rock. This is by Joan Lindsay. I was like, the name is not Vintage Lindsay. By Joan Lindsay. I have no idea what this one is about. I just found it very, very cheap at a discount store. So, and then next we have Northanger Abbey, another one by Jane Austen. Hopefully I'll like this one more than the other one. And Heart of Darkness in the selections from the Congo Diary by Joseph Conrad. Nice little short one I'm excited to read. And then I have technically read The Journey to the Center of the Earth, but I have not read this copy, this very pretty copy that my friend got me, so it's on this shelf. And that is all of the classics that I haven't read. And then as we hit over here, these are my romance. So starting out here, we have the fourth book of the Sweet Magnolia series, Welcome to Serenity, and this is by Cheryl Woods. I love this series. I'm so excited to continue on. My husband got me that for our wedding anniversary. And the next one is a Nicholas Sparks novel, Every Breath. I have not heard about this one at all, but found it for like 25 cents at the library book sale. So, you know, gotta get all those steals. Next we have Snow Globe by Sheila Roberts, a nice little Christmas read. My books are gonna fall all over the place. The next one is another Nicholas Sparks, The Best of Me. I believe this is one of the movie adaptations that they've done. Have not seen that movie adaptation though. And another Nicholas Sparks book. It's not like I like him or anything. 2 by 2. This is one that I hadn't heard about though, and I picked up for really cheap, but this is awfully chunky one for him. This is about like 500 pages, so yeah. Interested to read that. And then next we have Love, Rosie by Cecile Ahern. Know nothing about this book, just that it's a romance book. The Christmas Wedding Guest by Susan Mallory, another nice fun Christmas romance for the holiday season coming up. And then Waiting for Tom Hanks by Kerry Winfrey. You know, movie romance. And then another movie romance, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Very excited about that one. I won't be able to reach anymore. Jojo Myers, The Last Letter from Your Lover. Got a sticker still on this one. Oh my goodness. I've read one of her books before and I had a love-hate relationship with it, so I'm interested to read some more by her to see if she will do better. The next book I have, a little sticky on that one, is Christmas at the Amish Market by Shelley Shepherd Gray. I have not read any Amish romance, so this will be my first. I'm excited and interested to see if I like it. And next we have another Nicholas Sparks, At First Sight, which I just love that cover. That one, very cute. And I'm pretty sure that's not all of my, oh, I had couple of these were mixed around for room. So next I have is Springtime in Salt River by Ryan Thane. This was like a freebie pickup from my friend who works at the library that they were just giving away. So never heard of that author before, but I love romance. And this is another of Cheryl Woods. This is Sandcastle Bay, an Ocean Breeze novel. Again, I've only ever read the Sweet Magnolia series by Cheryl Woods. So these ones, Willowbrook Road, Chesapeake Shores novel. Haven't looked into them yet, but they were all freebies. And then Dogwood Hill, another Chesapeake novel. I love the cherry blossoms in that though. All freebies at the library, so who can say no to a free book? Next we have, I've heard of this author, Robin Carr, The Best of Us. I think she does some really popular series, but I can't think of what it is. So I've been wanting to check her out, but I have not read her yet. And then we have Fever Pitch by Cheryl Woods, which this is actually 2 novels. It also has a novel called Her Homecoming Wish by Joe McNally in it, so 2 in 1. A lot of books. And then our last romance, right? Yep. Last romance is Follow Your Heart by Brenda Jackson. This was like one of those free books I got in the mail randomly. So no idea who it is, no idea what it's about. But we will see one day when I read it. So, okay, next we have, I'm going to move some of these books here. And we're going to go ahead, we'll do these ones. This is like my middle grade children literature. This is Kiki's Delivery Service by Iko Kanondo. I butchered that and I apologize. It's Japanese, I'm pretty sure. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. My friend got this for me and I'm so excited. I'm saving this for like September or October, but I will be reading this year. Okay, and the next book is Anne of Avonlea by Ellen Montgomery. I talked about this book in my book haul, but Anne of Green Gables is a great, wonderful book, and I am excited to continue the series. And then next we have Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. This is a timeless classic about a boy and his dogs, and that is all I know about it. So, want to know more? Go look it up. Nancy Drew Mystery Stories. This is book number 1, The Secret of the Old Clock. I have technically read this before. When I was a kid, I read this a couple times, but I haven't read my copy yet, so it's on my TBR shelf. And The Bobbsey Twins, Adventure in the Country by Laura Lee Hope. This is an old series that I've never heard of, but I thought it looked cute and I wanted to try it out, so we'll see how it goes. And then I also have The Wind Feather Saga, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. This is book 1 by Andrew Peterson. This is another book for my friend and that she really loved. So I've also heard a lot of good things from some other people. So I'm excited. I'm excited to read it. Plus pretty art, right? I'm pretty sure that's what gets people into most of these books. And then the last middle grade book I have is The Dork Diaries, Tales from a Not So Happy Heartbreaker. This was books from my childhood that I found for really cheap. So yeah, that's all very exciting. And then we have, I have three like fiction, and that is The Secret of Midwives by Sally Hepworth. I've actually started hearing about this author in particular lately from some other booktubers, so I'm even more interested about this book. I haven't heard about this book specifically, but the author has come up. And then Let It Snow. Ooh, stick notes. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Markle. That's a weird last name. 3 holiday romances. So, hoping to read this Christmas. I've had this on my shelf for like 5 years now and have not gotten to it at Christmas. So, I need to get to it. And then I have The Shack by W.M. Paul Young. This is a Christian fiction. This was made into a movie that like made really big waves quite a few years back, but never saw it, never read the book. Have the book now. We'll see when I get around to it. So, and then we have, okay, And then we have my historical fiction, and first on that list is Lust for Life, the classic biographical novel of Vincent van Gogh. My grandfather actually got this for me, and I've yet to read it. It's like 500 pages. It's a little daunting, but like I'm also really excited to read it. So very pretty, excited for that. And then next we have I Was Anastasia, a novel by Ariel Lawhon. This is a historical fiction novel on Anastasia of the Romanovs. So excited about that because I love that story. And then next we have a separate piece by John Knowles. I don't know why, but this one never struck me as very interesting, and as of recently I've started to hear people talking about it, so it's brought more interest to me now. Maybe I'll read it this year because it's a pretty short one on my TBR. So, and then the last historical fiction I have is Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. I've seen this movie, haven't read the book yet, so excited for that. Yeah, I've got the movie cover because it was like $1 or something. So when it's $1, it's $1. All right, next we're gonna come down to my second shelf here, and these are my religious works books. And first off on the shelf we have Worldliness, Resisting the Seduction of a Fallen World. This is by, okay, it's by C.J. Mahaney and has a foreword by John Piper. I don't remember where I got that, but I have it on my shelf. So, and next I have Revolution and World Missions, One Man's Journey to Change a Generation. This is by K.P. Yahana. This was actually a book that I got through, this was like for free, actually. They did like a promotional whatever thing, through one of, I think Samaritan's Purse or something. And so I got this for free, and I have yet to read it, but I want to read it. And then next we have The Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy Omataran. I have another copy of this actually, and I'm wondering if it's the same book because it doesn't look like this, or if she did two different versions because she's got quite a few different. So I might have to check that, see if I have double books. This is Seeing and Savoring Jesus Christ by John Piper. Pretty short book. And then next we have Forgotten God, Reversing Our Tragic Neglect of the Holy Spirit by Francis Chan. Okay, next we have Reimagine What the World Would Look Like If God Got His Way by Brent Crow. I got this at SLU 101 because he's one of the founders. And then I have You and Me Forever, Marriage in Light of Eternity by Francis Chan and his wife Lisa Chan. I have Humility, The Secret Ingredient of Success by Pat Williams and Jim Deeney. Another book I got at SLU. They had this one discounted. I had a couple of them discounted, and I kind of got bought all the discounted ones, and then like one or two that I really wanted that were full price. And this is Crazy Love by Francis Chan. Very popular book. Have yet to read it. And Core Christianity, Finding Yourself in God's Story by Michael Horton. I'm not actually entirely sure. I haven't heard of this guy, but when I graduated, parents of one of the other kids I graduated with gave this out to everybody that was graduating. So that was really sweet, but I have yet to get to it. And the next is The Case for Christ, a journalist's personal investigation of the evidence for Jesus by Lee Strobel. I've actually seen a good majority of the documentary and the whatever stuff with him, but I have not read the book, so I'm excited to read the book because I really liked that stuff. And next I have Hearts of Fire, 8 Women in the Underground Church and Their Stories of Costly Faith. So this is obviously 8 different authors, and a foreword by Gracia Burham. This is the Voice for the Martyrs book, which was also given away to me free, just asking for it. So I'm very excited to read that one. Next one is a very fancy copy of Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. Very excited to read this one. It is just a very big copy of it. So we'll see. Next one is Prayers That Avail Much for Mothers by Germaine Copeland. I'm a mother, so I need to get to reading that. I try to have one of those reading, like one like prayer book that I'm reading all the time. Don't currently have one though. The next one is one of the ones I bought full price at SLU, and that is God Just a Human Invention? And 17 Other Questions Raised by the New Atheist. This was by Sean McDowell and Jonathan Morrow. Sean McDowell was a speaker for us, and I really liked him, so I wanted to pick that up. Chasing Elephants, Wrestling with the Gray Areas of Life. This is by Brent Crow, another one from SLU. Has Christianity Failed You by Ravi Zacharias. I've heard really good things about this book, so I'm also really excited for that one. Heard good things about most of these books, so yeah. Otherwise, why would I have them? And this is Desiring God, Meditations of a Christian Hindist. This is the 10th anniversary expanded edition, so it's a bit chunkier. And this is by John Piper, another very popular book by him. And then I have Parenting, 14 Gospel Principles That Can Radically Change Your Family by Paul David Tripp. So, and I believe that is all of the Christian type of, that we have here. So we're going to go into some thrillers now. Kind of got some mystery and then thrillers. These are my thrillers. Daddy's Gone Huntin' by Mary Higgins Clark. My first. And then I have another Mary Higgins Clark sticker on it. All by Myself Alone. The Queen of Suspense. I need to read her. Then I have Airframe by Michael Crichton. I haven't read anything from him except for Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. But I love those books, so I really need to read more because he's the best thriller author I have read as of yet. This is Search for Her by Rick Moffin. This is another book that just I randomly got in the mail for free. So, don't know much about it. But then I have The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Very excited about that one. I recently got that one. And then I have In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I'm pretty excited about most of these books, guys, okay? The Couple Next Door by Sherry Lapina. And then this is like, now we are at mystery. What I consider mystery. Move some of these around a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So we have Agatha Christie, The Unexpected Guest. Agatha Christie's The Mysterious Affair at Styles. Another Agatha Christie, The Secret Adversary. Then we have a Miss Julia Speaks Her Mind by Amby Ross. And we have Tourist Season by Carl Hansen. Another Agatha Christie, The Secret of Chimneys. A Murder, She Wrote novel, A Fatal Feast. And then I have a Agatha Christie case book, Hercule Poirot, however you say his name. Case book. This has 7 novels in it. I've read 1 in here. So, here we go. Now, now we've got fantasy. These are my fantasies. Yeah. Go ahead and do this. This is Queen of Tearling by Erica Johansson. Or Johnson. I don't know. It looks like Johansson. And Roaring by Lindsay Duga. And then we have The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. All Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. And these copies are really pretty. I love this set. It's just pretty basic. That's my fantasy. And then I have sci-fi here. Okay. So in my sci-fi, I have Messenger and Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry. These are the companion novels to 2 and 3 to the Giver series, or the Giver book. So excited about those. Running out of space here. And then next I have Divergent by Veronica Roth. This was a really popular series. I got it like after it was really popular, but I still haven't read it. It's been a few years. This is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. The only thing I've read by Patrick Ness is A Monster Calls. So a bit different than this book, I believe. I'm not actually sure what this is about, but I want to read more by him. Next we have my nonfiction, and first on that is Maria Montessori, Dr. Montessori's Own Handbook, a short guide of her ideas and materials. For those of you that don't know, this is just kind of like a parenting technique, basically. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the way that you teach your kids and stuff like that. So next I have A Mother's Influence, the Well-Educated Mother's Heart Learning Library. I'm not sure who this is by. It does not have an author on this. The introductory is by Marlene Peterson. That's all it says. It doesn't have an author, so yes, my mother-in-law sent me that, so we'll see how it is. And then I have I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. And the foreword is apparently by Oprah Winfrey. So, fun stuff. And then next is not going to be one I read in one setting because it is America's Favorite Recipes from Better Homes and Gardens. Found this really cheap somewhere, and it's like an old, so need to look in there for some recipes. And then I have Live and Let Love, Notes from Extraordinary Woman on the Layers, the Laughter, and the Litter of Love. Edited and with an introduction by Andrea Butchen. But as you can see, there's a lot of names there, and I'm not going to list them all, so you can look it up if you want to know. This is How to Clean Practically Anything, the 3rd edition, featuring a stain removal chart for all fabrics. I am so excited. If you're a homemaker, you know how exciting that is, so. And then I have What Was Pompeii? This is another one of the Who, What, Why type of series thing by Jim O'Connor. Funny heads. So excited about that. And then I have The Death of Lincoln by Leroy Heyman. This is a biography on his death and I guess some of his life. I don't know. Unless it's just his death. I'll let you know when I read it. This is Hamlet, William Shakespeare's Spark Notes. So it's basically just like a study guide in Spark Notes of kind of like a summary of what Hamlet's about. Because like I said, I don't really read Shakespeare well. And then I have My Mistake, a Memoir by Daniel Maker. I'm pretty sure I got this because it was like so cheap. But don't know who the person is, so we'll see. The next I have is Killing It in Education by Camille Davis. I don't remember where or why I got this book. And the next book is Making Sense, Conversations on Consciousness, Morality, and the Future of Humanity by Sam Harris. Yeah. This is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. This is a signed copy too, which is really nice. My brother spent a lot of money on this quite a few years ago when he didn't have a lot of money, and I've yet to read it, so I should probably read this soon. I will try to read it this year, if not next. I don't even know how long it's been on my shelf, but that is all of the books on my TBR shelf, and now I'm going to count them and see how much I have. 108 books on my physical TBR. So, it's a lot of books. It's way too much. But hey, I only have 9 more books to go, and then I will be under 100. Which I feel like it's been a very long time since I've been under 100 books, so this will be my goal, to whittle down my TBR. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching me count and go through my books, and let me know how many books you have on your physical TBR. Is it as daunting as mine, or even more so? Let me know. Bye!